Audible.com presents 50 Shades of Grey, the erotic best-selling novel read by Gilbert Gottfried.
My inner goddess has stopped dancing and is staring too, open-mouthed and drooling slightly.
Hear it the way it was meant to be heard.
Keep still, he orders, and slowly he inserts his thumb inside me, rotating it around and around, stroking the front wall of my vagina. No fisting, you say. Anything else you object to? I agree to the fisting, but I'd really like to claim your ass.
Famed voice actor Gilbert Gottfried gives a reading that can only be described as sensual.
Holy fuck, is this wrong? But holy hell, is it erotic?
Let Christian Grey seduce you over and over again through the voice of Gilbert Gottfried.
But when he hits my clitoris, I cry out loudly. Oh, please, I groan. Quiet, he orders. Not taking his eyes off mine, he scrunches my panties in his hand, holds them up to his nose, and inhales deeply. His hands reach around and touch my breasts, and my nipples pucker at his touch.
Holy shit, this is hot.
It's Sunday night, and you know what that means. Rest in peace, Gilbert. We here at Point of Viewer had to do a tribute in the only way that we knew how. Isn't that right, great disembodied voices?
You fool!
There we go. So, good news for those of you who are looking for a nice, quieter ending to your Easter weekend. It's going to be a relatively short show. So, we have a certain bracketeer who we came back and we had that especially planned for you. Hiya, Rancid.
I feel like I am too young to hear that clip. I feel like my ears are bleeding.
Well, I mean,
Rest in peace.
Good. Your ears deserve to bleed from listening to that clip.
well, I mean, don't worry. We have something that's more...
And who the hell? Hold on. Who the hell said anything about this being a quiet show?
I said quieter because it's a shorter show, you know. We're not going to be covering a whole lot this week.
Well, that's a sack of bullshit.
Pretty good.
Just
pretty
like,
good.
just like my wet ass pussy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, we're talking about wet-ass pussy, are we?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're talking about wet ass pussy.
All right, well then, I think we've got something for that.
Legend Gilbert Gottfried reciting the lyrics to WAP from Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. The floor is yours, Gilbert.
Yeah, you fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy. Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy. Beat it up, catch a charge, extra large and extra hard. Put this pussy right in your face. Wipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I wanna ride. I do a kegel while it's inside. Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. This pussy is wet. Come take a dive. Tie me up like I'm surprised. Let's role play. I'll wear a disguise. I want you to park that Big Mac truck right in this little garage. Make it scream. Make it scream. Out in public, make a scene. I don't cook. I don't clean. But let me tell you how I got this ring.
How's it feel to be back?
All right, so with the second round, let's get. How do you go with that? I'm glad to be back.
You seem
Did
flummoxed.
you miss me that much?
You seem flummoxed, flabbergasted,
I don't know
perplexed,
what to
even.
I gotta admit, I am surprised, genuinely flabbergasted, that this man has not cracked up.
I got nothing.
Some-
I'm a professional. I'm a professional bracketeer, and we are here for the second round. What are we doing today? What part of this bracket do we want to do?
Hold the phone, the wet ass pussy. There is nothing professional. There is
No.
not a goddamn thing professional about this fucking show.
No, I am very out of place here. And
The man has a point, and y'all were getting pissed at me about no selling on lilacs a few days ago. Huh? Well, what about this?
I got nothing. What are we doing
Would
today?
you at least
Are we doing?
say that the impersonation has gotten a little bit better since Tuesday?
Oh, much better, much better.
Yeah,
I'm impressed by it.
My voice is actually capable of doing the impression this week, unlike on Tuesday.
I mean, you even beat me to the punch. I'm impressed. Downright impressed, I say.
Now, I'm not going to do the whole show with that voice. That's
Thank
just
you. I would feel. Listen,
As
it's a bit
much
of-
as I would like to provide cruel and unusual punishment to
That's
the man
my
who
job.
didn't include Talladega Nights
It's my
in
job.
the best sports movie bracket of all time,
And no
this
one
is
misses it.
very, very taxing on my voice.
I mean, again, it ain't first or last. And were we not talking about NASCAR off air before we came on?
If Gilbert Gottfried had been in Talladega Nights, it might have made the list.
Why do I not believe a single word you just said?
I
Yeah,
like
me
Gilbert
neither.
Gottfried. Aladdin would make my a Disney bracket. And
All right.
Gilbert Gottfried is in that.
yeah, but
Okay.
that's a Disney bracket. If you don't include Aladdin, you're a communist.
But I will not include Aladdin too.
Okay, I can,
No,
I,
we
can-
don't.
I-
Yeah,
I can be okay with that.
Okay.
that's
So,
forgivable.
where do we want to start today, boys?
Well, I
And
mean,
just remember,
Should
none of this is my fault. None of this is my fault anymore. This is all you're doing from here on out.
should probably start by reminding everybody how we got here.
Yeah,
Bad
probably
decision.
not a. Yeah,
So we started with
bad
68
decisions and a bottle of Jose Cuervo.
Yes. 68 sports movies that were compiled
As I
lovingly.
get the evil death glare from Watkins over there.
68
rightfully so.
68 movies lovingly put together in this wonderful bracket that you three have enjoyed thoroughly over the last few weeks. So much so you needed a couple weeks off from me, and deservedly so. We are now down to the 32. We have gotten through the entire first round. We are down to 8 in each of the 4 brackets: baseball, football, basketball, and miscellaneous. Again, all of these matchups from here on out are your doing. I am only responsible for the beginning.
Oh no! Why do you feel the need to keep emphasizing that for some particular?
Because I
reason?
didn't do the rest of this. I set up these matchups. You set up the rest. And that's just how it goes. Which bracket do we start with?
Well, in honor of this being the USFL's opening weekend, start with the football bracket.
All right, let's go right into the football. We got some good second round matchups. I applaud you guys for getting creative with these. Let's start with the Water Boy.
You fool! We only got creative with this because that's what we were forced to do.
And that's what a good bracketeer does. All right, Water Boy versus Varsity Blues.
I ain't going first.
I
will say, if anyone's just watching this first time, Robert Hagan, my co-host on the R&R Sports Report, still pissed at all three of you for taking out Rudy. I'll just say, I hear it every time.
Oh, I'll be
So
sure
in a way, I love it that you guys have pissed him off. I was a little sad too because I love Rudy, but it was great.
He can direct his hate mail to s.garmer@gmail.com.
There might be plenty after this week.
It's true. Who wants to cast the first vote?
Not Harry?
I was going to say, I know Harry's kind of got a reason for being quiet, but maybe we should let Harry go first on this one. As Harry's probably giving us all the death glare for you sons of bitches, why are you making me talk?
I'm just saying everything is the devil with you, Mama. Water Boy over.
Water Boy with one vote. Does anybody want to disagree?
Yeah, no, I can't disagree. I was going to say Water Boy, but I mean, that was kind of a given for me because I'm partial to the fact that they taped it at the Citrus Bowl. So,
I mean,
it is one of the better Adam Sandler movies.
I will say this much. I think Rudy was a better opponent for Water Boy than Varsity Blues is.
I don't know. In that respect, I do disagree. I was leaning towards a Varsity Blues, especially for the drama, and it sucks that they couldn't get the scene where they tear down the statue, but overall, that was a damn good, in its own way, football in Texas, crazy religion, slice of life before Friday Night Lights. So,
okay, Water Boy moves on. And speaking of Friday Night Lights versus Brian's Song. Two completely different movies than Water Boy and Varsity Blues, by the way.
Brian's Song.
Okay.
I'm going with Friday Night Lights.
I'm also going Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, why would that change from last time?
Welcome back here. Reasonings.
Poor Harry. Poor Harry. I'm sorry, Harry.
Actually, I do have to ask. Main disembodied voice. There was several movies a couple weeks ago that you said you had not watched. Have you watched any of these since we last convened?
Let me tell you something, partner. My work schedule has been so fucked up, it's worse than Gilbert Gottfried reading the lyrics to some wet-ass pussy.
So, no.
I mean, I can attest to that. We've had conversations. But I mean, as far as with my reasoning, I kind of just gave my reasoning. As much as the background of the heartwarming, tugging at the heartstrings story of Brian's Song, again, football, Texas, religion. Especially having watched the documentary about that Dallas Carter team that won the state championship and the poetic licenses taken in Friday Night Lights, I had more of an appreciation for some certain things that were going on behind the scenes and everything in Texas high school football in the late 80s.
So I will say this to my own defense, though. I did go and at least try to watch memorable clips and trailers of some of these videos, at least.
Smart.
But I can't say that I have watched any full movies or gotten caught up in that way from what we discussed previously. Because I've had a very crappy last couple of weeks since we last did this.
Yeah, different instances of, as he put it, excrement meeting rotational blade device.
That is fair. All right, we go to the next matchup. I have a feeling The main disembodied voice will be the deciding vote once again here. But let's just see how it goes.
Okay.
The Replacements versus Any Given Sunday. I want either Eric or Harry to go first. I want to see if I'm right.
Okay. I will go first on this one. Oh, unless Harry, you.
No, I was just getting myself on camera.
I suppose I could get myself on
Hi,
camera.
guys.
I'll go first.
Having
and
a
again,
snack though, so you're gonna have to.
Look, eating on air is a W2M network exclusive. Okay?
Look, if I end up with white substances on my face, I'm having ranch dip. Okay, I'm having Ruffles and a spicy ranch dip.
See, I have a Snickers, but I'm waiting to eat it because if I eat it and go back to normal, then it ruins the whole bit of the show. So I gotta stay Rancid Randy.
So when you're intentionally,
It's
not
funny
being
because
you as you're
didn't we
hungry.
make the joke earlier about I'm not somebody isn't you when they're there and when they're hungry? I think it was before you got here, Randy.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right.
No, he was here.
I don't remember. All right.
I don't
Who wants to
fucking
go
know.
first?
I'll go first, and
Okay.
again, another personal bias because I love both of these movies, and there's a lot of particular scenes I have in mind. But I think back, Jim Brown, Lawrence Taylor, Terrell Owens, who had his touchdown catch in the FCF this week. Not just the casting and the all-time players, but how everything about that movie, that was just perfect Oliver Stone. And at some point, I would love to get the director's cut because I was actually having another conversation about this. If you ever, back in the day when it was on HBO and Cinemax, watch both versions on both of those channels, you will see subtle differences in both. Especially leading up to the game against Dallas. To me, this is Any Given Sunday.
I'm waiting for Randy to finish whatever it is Randy's doing over there.
I'm good. I'm listening. I just got a voicemail saying if it was important. It was not.
Fonty chiming in. I wouldn't say homeless Sasquatch. I'd say down on his luck Sasquatch. Like, had a bad day trying to get some beverage or whatever.
Your belief that that the main disembodied voice would be the deciding vote is incorrect. I'm also voting
Wow.
for Any Given Sunday.
You have made it a sweep?
No,
Oh.
I replacements definitely.
I was about to say, was that look directed towards me or him?
This is the I am puzzled look that's directed at both of you.
How are you that puzzled? Especially
Oh, not
with-
so
Right,
much.
I knew
you,
Eric.
but
I
yeah.
knew,
No, I mean, yeah, I gotta lodge my vote for in protest for the replacements, but obviously
Sure.
it doesn't mean anything.
All right, this one could be interesting. Last second round matchup of football. The 2005 version of The Longest Yard or Remember the Titans.
Oh. I did actually get to see. That's like the only I've seen Remember the Titans a few times, but I managed to find it. What was it? I was at Netflix, Hulu, something, and rewatched it. So I got to go with Remember the Titans on this one. It may be a little bit of a recency bias, but honestly, I forgot about how good, like how truly good Denzel's performance was in that movie.
I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with either one of these movies, but I think it's pretty common knowledge. My favorite sports movie of all time is The Longest Yard remake. So I have to vote for The Longest Yard remake here. That being said, if it goes out to Remember the Titans, at least it didn't lose to that piece of crap Rudy, Robert Hagen.
Well, but before I say anything, I'm just going to have this comment. Any Given Sunday is the go-to football movie because The Replacements is an unrealistic scenario to where a whole football team is replaced. Actually,
the whole league is replaced. It's
Well, not
goes back
Use
to
your
what
words wisely over there, buddy.
doesn't that go back to the 85 season when they had to use the replacement players for a while?
not 85, 87.
I was gonna
87.
say, I know Replacements was based on it was major artistic license, but was based on a true series of events.
Yes, the 1987 season, where on the heels of 82, where the player strike cost 8 weeks, owners, especially Tex Schramm, who would sell the Dallas Cowboys to Jerry Jones a couple years later, had the idea for nefarious reasons of using replacement players. But that being said, Harry, I wanted to say that to kind of soften the blow. As much as I like The Longest Yard, it's with a remake, I thought the original was better. And I'm going with Remember the Titans. It's very good. And again, that sort of impact movie for me. And yes, I saw the look on your face.
No, you saw me rolling my eyes because that's been the story of this entire fucking bracket, but whatever.
Look, I didn't choose all of these matchups, despite what
Yes, you did.
someone in the corner thinks.
Yes, you did.
Not all.
All of these matchups have been decided by you guys, minus
Not-
Harry, because Harry has been outvoted many times. I agree with Harry right now. Harry has been the odd man out several times.
You know, I'm gonna probably have to find.
I hate to actually agree with the against the host, but yeah, Harry kind of actually has been odd man out more times than not on this bracketeering thing.
And I do really feel bad. In a lot of ways, I apologize, especially because I know I'm going to have to hear from it on Thursday when we do a BWSR. But that doesn't mean that if certain things happen over the course of the night, that I might finally be able to come back and participate in another sports show where, oh, I don't know, there may be a series of lyrics to a certain club's song dropped in the comments if they win tonight.
We'll see. All right.
Yeah, you'll see indeed.
All right, there you go. We have our final four in the football bracket: Waterboy, Friday Night Lights, Any Given Sunday, and Remember the Titans.
The fix is not in, Fonty. Yes, maybe Team Harry. But
Facts.
what do you think? What do you think this is? 21? Come on now.
All right,
We
let's
have
go.
standards and practices for once.
No, we don't. There's clearly no standards on this show.
No, that's true. Let's go to the basketball bracket. In no particular order with these matchups, just so I can.
Hold
mix up
on.
the-
Hold on. Did somebody say something about standards and practices?
About time.
Hello, I am the network standards and practices. There ain't no goddamn fixin' about no goddamn brackets or game shows or anything else on this here wet-ass network.
I will give him
Max.
credit that the impression's gotten better. That being said, forgive the phraseology. I feel he's beating a dead horse with that impression at this point.
That's
I
what we
mean-
do here at the
Hey,
WTR
hey,
Network.
you sons of bitches
You're
said
not
we
wrong.
gotta do the tribute to Gilbert Gottfried on this here show. So what am I doing? I'm calling you a fool
Okay,
by
remember-
saying that we ain't doing no righteousness to Gilbert Gottfried.
remind me not to do a Gilbert Godfrey bracket ever.
Eric,
I think that should be the inaugural bracket for the first ever show we do of this new show that doesn't exist yet.
Eric, I'd like
Yeah.
to continue. I'd like to continue this episode, but my thumb was covering it.
Hey, there he is. There he is. Now the man's getting involved. His thumb was covering it.
That's a Hollywood Squares reference.
Yes.
If Randy doesn't get it,
I've watched that
Smoke
several
and
times.
fog.
Very, very
I
good.
thought about closing with the cheese joke. I might close the episode with that if you guys want me to.
Now, don't forget, Harry. Don't forget about the Crusher.
You don't remember the question where he said that Stone Cold Steve Austin
Oh.
was named the Crusher?
Oh, yes. Okay. It took me a second, but now I'm with you. All right. Back to the basketball bracket, Randy. Get off your damn phone.
No, I'm waiting on you guys to start ready to go. All right, basketball bracket, no particular orders.
Where's mine at? We can all do our Rancid Randy impression. I have no idea where my fucking phone is.
I was just waiting. You guys have went way off the rails. 20 minutes. Ready?
Daily tasks on my mobile game right now. Actually.
All right.
Yeah, and I've apparently got stuff to check on after this in Discord.
Eddie versus Love and basketball.
This is one of those bullshit decisions because didn't Eddie beat Coach Carter?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not voting out of principle.
I also agree with this here decision. How can you not include one of the best movies about New York sports of all time with Whoopi Goldberg, my co-star on the Hollywood Squares?
It's Eddie in the second round, Brian. Not disembodied voice. Whatever fucking nickname you are tonight.
Standards and practices have been having a bit of a bad day today.
Look, this is standards and practices as therapy because I'm too much of a cheap ass to go get actual therapy.
Well, I mean,
need therapy after this show.
Well, I mean,
You're
not
damn right you're gonna need therapy after
You and
this
me
show.
both.
You rancid sumbitch.
Well, I mean, all you need to do after you have this is, you've got your spicy ranch dip, you've got your chips, wash it down with a drink, not from Wawa for obvious reasons, then have some cake for dessert, and you'll be right as rain.
So who's going on?
But first of all, my vote is for Eddie, naturally. Hang on, he's got to get full screen for this moment. Mission accomplished?
How dare you mention cake?
It's a nice dessert. Different flavors. Different slices. Standards and practices would be an awesome tag team name for a modern day right to censor.
They actually had a standards and practices in WCW in 2000. It was Lenny and Lodi, if I recall correctly, once they got renamed from the West Hollywood Blondes.
That would be an interesting name for a tag team, honestly.
Again, WCW 2000, thank Vince Russo.
Because, their whole thing could just be coming out, and they cut a promo, and they just bleep every other word in the promo.
Well, the idea behind this standards and practices was that they were doing a gay gimmick, and Turner Broadcasting said, yeah, no.
But yes, I've cast my vote for this, so...
I don't even remember what the two options were.
Eddie and Love and basketball.
I mean, I technically already said my vote. I said Eddie.
So did I.
I'm not voting out of...
So it's 2-0 with an extension.
There you go. We move on to semi-pro.
Still can't believe Coach Carter went out to that bullshit.
Semi-pro, and he got game.
This is a tough one.
I don't know. It doesn't seem that tough for me.
Semi-pro.
Same.
I'll make it unanimous, semi-pro. Because I was thinking, as much as I love Will Ferrell, but then again, with the compelling drama of He Got Game, I would have been fine either way.
Never guessed that Eddie versus semi-pro was going to be a semi-final matchup in the basketball bracket.
I like Spike. I like Spike Lee, but I think Semi-Pro had a comedic element to it that you kind of need when you're doing a basketball movie.
And again, Will Ferrell and Andre 3000. Hashtag Let's Get Tropical.
Speaking of
It's all the way live.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's all the way live.
Speaking of comedy, which that was not. Space Jam.
What do you mean that wasn't comedy?
Space Jam versus
Bring
White Men
great
Can't.
comedic
Can
value
we please?
to this here network.
Space Jam versus White Men Can't Jump.
I can't even do it with a straight face right now.
See, Randy, aren't you glad you came back for the perfect week?
No. Dead horse. I agree. Space Jam and White Men Can't Jump. Vote.
I'm gonna go what I'm thinking is against the grain here and go with White Man Can't Jump.
If a basketball comedy is going to win it, it's not going to be Eddie. Give me Space Jam.
White Man Can't Jump's a comedy.
White Man Can't Jump is more serious than Space Jam.
It has a lot of serious bits, but it has Wesley Snipes. You can't. It's always a comedy.
It's Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson.
You always have a mixed.
But
bag in there.
you have the racial overtones of the movie as well.
Oh yeah, there's.
Yeah, it was a dramedy, so you had a mix
dramedy.
of both.
I like it. Dramedy's good.
Yeah.
I'm still saying Space
Again, that's
Jam.
why I said I'm pretty sure I'm going against the grain here.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to be the odd man out, but I'm again White Men Can't Jump.
A more personal bias. I've seen both, but Space Jam, the original, not this hot garbage that we had forced upon us.
I believe the phrase you're looking for there is half-cocked garbage.
Well, I wouldn't even say half. It's like maybe a quarter. You started pulling up Pornhub, but you got interrupted. If we're going down that road,
Somebody knocked on the door.
Thank you.
That's fair.
But yeah, to me, the original, it's Space Jam.
Okay, Space Jam moves on.
I feel like we need a consolation bracket, like where we each pick our favorite non semifinalist from the 4 regions. That's going to be tough. That's going to be tough in the basketball one, because now you've got Coach Carter and White Men Can't Jump stuck in that consolation bracket.
Some good ones. Also, the final
I'm
matchup.
only participating in a consolation bracket if there's Talladega Nights.
Best of the rest. There you go. Continue, Randy.
It can be part of best of the rest. All right, last matchup of the basketball bracket: Hoosiers versus the Fish that saved Pittsburgh.
Hoosiers.
As much as I liked the elements of the Fish that saved Pittsburgh, if Hoosiers is on, especially lately, I'm going to watch it. It's Hoosiers for me.
Straight sweep.
Hey, standards and practices. We need a vote.
I'm thinking.
You're playing your phone game.
I can do this and think at the same time. Yeah, let's make it a clean sweep.
Perfect. All right, Hoosiers, Space Jam, Eddie, and Semi-Pro are your final 4 in the
Why is
basketball
it that
bracket.
the top half of that is way harder than the bottom?
Because there was all the upsets on the bottom half.
The bottom half should be Coach Carter versus.
It's a 14 seed versus a 10 seed on the bottom half.
You're never going to give that up.
No, he
Never.
isn't.
Then again, I'm never going to give up Talladega Nights, so I guess we're
What?
even.
It's a 5 seed versus a 1 seed on the top half. That's why it's
Yeah, it's never
harder on
going to
the
give it
other
up.
side.
It's never going to give it up. It's never going to let it down. He's not going to just go running around and deserting us when he's talking about this.
Never going to make you cry either.
Mhm.
Never
And
going to
it's
say
never gonna
goodbye. Don't you step
He's
on my.
never going to tell a lie and hurt you.
There we go. We've stepped on 2 dead horses at the same time. Congratulations.
That one was admittedly kind of funny. I'll give him credit for quality. That's a monkey, Eric. I'll give him credit.
That was monkey worthy.
All right. Let's. Can we go to baseball since baseball season is in full swing?
But
but I'm not a monkey. I'm a parrot.
You're definitely apparently on something.
Yes. All right, let's go to baseball.
I'm not the one apparently on anything, but I know someone here who is.
Not yet, anyways.
I could use
Let's
something to
go.
get through this episode.
Me too. I'm with you, Harry. Bull Durham versus Major League.
Ooh.
Would you gentlemen be interested in some fine-ass Cuervo?
If you didn't have the background blur. There you go.
Do I need to remind everybody? The answer is no for me, obviously.
Yeah, we knew that.
Yeah, we do that.
I don't know if Randy drinks or not, or what he drinks when he drinks.
Very rarely.
All right, to answer your question, Rancid, I stand by what I said in the first round. I think Bull Durham's one of the more overrated sports movies of all time. And I think Major League is way better. I'm going Major League here.
Okay, one vote for Major League.
I can't say Bull Durham. Well, making that 2, I can't say that Bull Durham is that overrated, but Major League is undeniably better. It's a clean sweep.
Beautiful. Major League moves on, and it will face the winner of this matchup, Field of Dreams or 42.
Kind of ironic we're doing this on Jackie Robinson weekend, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
When is the Field of Dreams game? Is that August?
I think so.
Either July or August. I mean, I like the fact that they do. Don't they do? I thought they do the August game is the Little League World Series game, isn't it?
They do that one as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but isn't that the one in August? I thought the Field of Dreams game was in July.
I know it's fairly close together.
Because I know they go
August 11th. August 11th, Reds Cubs this year at Field of Dreams.
Okay.
I know they. What about Williamsport for the Sunday night baseball game at Williamsport?
That's probably closer to the end of the month.
I would think so.
Eric, do you want to do some plugs for a moment? Because I need to step away for about 30 seconds.
Okay, it's like, well, while, the standards and practices has to disembody himself again for this portion, we look at the data, we would just like to thank everybody for watching us live on Facebook, facebook.com/W2M Network, and twitter.com/W2M Network, and also on Twitch, twitch.tv/W2M Net. Also, for those of you who take your podcast orally, this one is going to be a pain, but we're not going to apologize in advance. Just grin and bear it and eat some pillow. And you can find us on all kinds of podcast platforms of choice. If you name it, we're most likely on it. If we're not, then after this week, we may as well be.
All right, to answer the question, it is August 21st. It's Boston and Baltimore.
So like I said, they try to squeeze them in very close like that.
So Field of Dreams is midweek?
Is that where it lands? I don't even pay attention.
You said the 11th, right?
It would be a Wednesday, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Thursday.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
It says August 11th on here, so.
Would that be a getaway game, or is that going to be the first of a 4?
I have to look up their schedule.
Yeah, because I would have to. It's probably a first of 4. Good question. Because I mean, technically,
Cubs schedule right now.
Because I would think that it's got to be one or the other.
Well, I mean, it's not that far from either Chicago, closer to Chicago.
It is the first of 3. They play Field of Dreams Thursday night. They have Friday off. And then it's at Cincinnati Saturday, Sunday. I think that's what they did with the Yankees Astros. They had the day off in between.
Yankees White Sox.
Oh, you're right. Yankees White Sox.
Yeah, because again, with the travel and getting everything set up in Iowa.
By the way, I know the Yankees lost that game. That was an enjoyable game. That's a very cool venue.
It was.
A very cool venue to play a game at.
And I'm glad that they're making it annual too. I gotta make it out there.
You'll have to. You guys will have to remind me closer to the day for that, so I can actually make sure I watch that. We'll have to cover that for BWSR. All right, we're
I
ready.
mean, it's a Thursday alternate commentary stream of consciousness.
We'd have to go early because usually we don't run until 11, but we could probably make that work.
I could.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that's got to be during the preseason football too, though, right? I mean, I would think.
Well, with them cutting the week,
Maybe
it might be the
that's a
first
good-
week. It might be
Yeah.
the first week, but
So
it might
that
be
would be-
before now.
well, so that would be the Labor Day. So that would be the Thursday night game would be the 8th of September. So week 3 would be the 1st. Nope, it would be right before.
Yeah, I just looked. The Hall of Fame game's August 4th, so.
Hall of Fame game is August 4th, which means it would fall that Thursday.
Interesting.
We'll have to
All
figure it out. We'll figure it
Yeah.
out. It'll depend on when Buffalo plays, whether or not I'm going to watch the Bills preseason game or the Field of Dreams game.
So Field of Dreams are 42. That's where we're at.
That's how this conversation got to where it is. All right. Well, all due respect to Jackie Robinson, all due respect to Larry Doby, who followed him the very next day up in Cleveland, local team for me. The iconic line remains iconic. If you build it, they will come. Field of Dreams.
And that, again, the characters and how like weaving the story more of baseball as a whole instead of like with Jackie Robinson. And again, fantastically done, but
Field of Dreams is more of a coming of age story than it is a baseball movie.
yeah, kind of reminiscent.
It just kind of happens to have baseball as its plot device of choice in the process.
Yeah, reminiscent coming of age / childhood memories, reconciliation, things like that.
You know what it reminds me of? It's a similar story told in For Love of the Game as well. which I think got eliminated in the first round.
It did.
Well, Fonzie, I built a sex dungeon once and no one came. Well, I mean,
Not even yourself?
I mean, well, come on. You have to have the right equipment for some of those dungeons. I mean,
Jesus.
Well, you see, the problem is, if you're gonna build a sex dungeon, you gotta fill it with wet ass pussy. You gotta get it nice and creamy and have some wet.
I can't. That one was perfect, though. Yes, he's done. You're safe.
Is there a vote?
Well, I mean, it's Field of Dreams for me, so...
Okay, Field of Dreams.
Clean sweep.
See, Randy, this is everything that happens. Your bracket and taking a couple weeks off, all this, part and parcel.
All right, this one's going to be an interesting one because these are two completely different movies.
I hope that the quandary related to quadrants isn't this ridiculous for your sake, Randy.
And we will see. It depends on who's on.
What in the hell are we talking about math for?
What'd you say? Bad brackets or something, Harry? It might end up being that.
Bad
or whichever
brackets.
one you said.
Yeah, I think I said bad brackets.
Yeah,
why? Quandary sounds it's more alliterative.
It's so much easier to say though, and then I can do the whole Scott Hall Hall of Fame thing. It all works.
I kind of see where he's going from here.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm not saying I disagree. Again, like I said to someone else off air, I'm not drunk enough for you to be right, okay?
But we'll see when
And
it gets to
I'm
that
not
point.
drunk enough for you to
I'm not
be
drunk
wrong.
enough for any of that. You're going to push Harry to drink, and it's terrible. All right. The Pride of the Yankees or Rookie of the Year? two completely different movies from different eras for sure.
So, did you see the meme that made the rounds through the Chicago Cubs Facebook page? How great was that?
About him can't even throw a fastball, but he still finishes the game unlike Kershaw.
Yes.
Yeah.
They don't let the fact that Clayton Kershaw got pulled after 7 innings distract you with a perfect game. Distract you from the fact that Henry Roan-Gardner, after slipping on a baseball and losing his ability to throw a fastball, still completed Game 9 in order to clinch the world pennant.
I'm blanking on the name. Maybe Eric knows because he always knows this kind of stuff. There's a Japanese pitcher that just got pulled from his almost second straight perfect game.
They just talked about him on. They just talked about him on Sunday Night Baseball earlier tonight.
Something like Kotaka, something around those lines.
He had a perfect game, and then he was perfect through 8 and got pulled.
Yeah, so 17 consecutive perfect innings. I saw that. But his name is something along that.
Roki Sasaki? Is that?
I think so, because I know it was something like that with those particular syllables.
Roki Sasaki.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 19 strikeouts in that first perfect game.
Japanese phenom Roki Sasaki throws 8 perfect innings in first start after 19 strikeout perfect game per CBS Sports.
He threw 102 pitches, struck out 14 batters in 8 innings, and was pulled after he threw 105 in his last game.
Are you ready for this? You ready for this scary bit of business? Without looking it up, Eric, how old is he?
Like 22?
Brian, how old is he?
First thing that came to mind was 26.
Randy?
I'm pretty sure I just saw it, but I closed it when you said don't look it up, but he's 20, right?
He's 20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I knew he was a young dude, but again, benefits of NPB with their rotation, the fact that you only pitch once a week.
He is begging that they do not do the international draft. They do not get that figured out. He wants a bidding war in the worst way.
Yeah, but the only thing is, it's not like the old posting system where now there's a limit. Otherwise, man, dude could bank.
For sure.
Here's the more important question: can he hit Shohei Ohtani style?
All right.
I mean, I do like the Dr. Pepper cherry.
I mean, is that going to be
kind of funny? We're both drinking Dr. Pepper, though.
I was about to say, is there an impromptu drink review that I didn't know about?
No, he's drinking Dr. Pepper. I happen to be drinking Dr. Pepper cherry.
And of course, that reminds me, I have to get the Dr. Pepper shake. Keep calm and bid 1 yen. Not how that works, Nielsen.
All right. Pride of the Yankees and Rookie of the Year.
I mean, we literally just talked about Rookie of the Year. If you are of a certain age, then maybe you go Pride of the Yankees. For the three of us here, we're all in that age bracket, and Rancid Randy as well, even though he's not an active participant. We're all in that age bracket where you grew up with the Disney movies, the Blank Checks, the Richie Riches.
God, I remember Blank Check. That is such a horrible movie that I love.
The Aladdins with the Iagos and the wet-ass parrots.
All right, I will admit
that was really cool that you threw your voice like that.
I will admit that Wet Ass Parrot actually did kind of make me chuckle there. I needed that. That was funny. But anyways, we are of that generation that remembers those Disney style, those made-for-TV Disney movies like those there. And one of those ones that stood out to me was Rookie of the Year. The kid that has the accident where he breaks his arm in a bike accident and then all of a sudden can whip a 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
Gary Busey. Enough said.
It wasn't a bike accident, right? I think
really
it was
Gary
he slipped on a
Busey?
baseball.
Yeah,
right.
He played the Rocket.
I'm pretty sure he fell off.
I'm so used to him being typecast into
I thought he was
bullshit
playing catch
B-grade movies
with his
where
stepdad.
he's the villain.
Or
I have
maybe
to
you
rewatch
Of
this
Lethal
movie,
Weapon,
but
of
I
course, because he was
think he was
actually
playing.
halfway decent in Lethal Weapon. But
Yeah.
Is it when he
Oh.
dislocated his shoulder playing catch? Was it he dislocated
He
his
was
shoulder
playing
catch?
catch, and then he went back for the baseball, or he was going back to make a big catch, and he slipped on a baseball. He was like trying to show off for his mom or something, and slipped on a baseball, and then he slips on the baseball to fix it, and that's why he couldn't throw the baseball anymore.
I could have sworn he had a bike accident in that movie.
I wonder where you can stream this, because I need to watch this movie again either way. But
Yeah.
we have one Rookie of the Year. Where are we going?
On the second that for
yeah,
me, Rookie of the Year.
same. You're right. Clean sweep.
Rookie of the Year's on Disney Plus. I am watching that when we get done. Nice. All right, so Rookie of the Year moves on. If I get to the right thing, there we go. All right, last one in the baseball bracket: The Sandlot or Moneyball.
You brought out your dad's Babe Ruth signed baseball? You're a dead man.
So he's
Sandlot.
picking Moneyball.
Har, har, har.
All right, one for Sandlot.
What is Eric doing?
He's looking at me
staring the
because he
Doom.
wants.
Oh.
He's looking at me because he wants me to go ahead and say Moneyball because he wants to make this the decision maker or breaker.
Is that
or
what's
whatever.
happening up there?
That's exactly what's happening up here. I don't even have to look at my screen to know what's going on. So I am going to say Moneyball.
Ooh, Eric, Moneyball or Sandlot? It's up to you.
You know, we mentioned earlier the fix is in. I'm just going to say we have standards and practices right over to my immediate
getting
side
started.
here.
And standards and practices says you better make the right call here. Otherwise, standards and practices are going to turn into Gilbert Gottfried for the rest of this episode.
Don't do it.
It's Moneyball. It's
Okay,
Moneyball for me.
Okay, then.
That's
made
why
the-
I was making
You made
all
the
that.
right choice.
Yeah, not see again. It wasn't so much you; it was him. This was the problem.
So I have to say this: Moneyball is It's between Moneyball and another movie. I don't want to. It's still in the final four. But Moneyball is one of my favorite sports movies. Period. However, as things have been breaking down, I was really excited after what Harry was talking about and those movies we grew up with to get The Sandlot versus Rookie of the Year. I think that would have been a really fun matchup. But Moneyball does move on. It will face off against Rookie of the Year. Also, Field of Dreams will take on Major League in the final four of the baseball bracket. We move
Are
on
we
to
finishing this tonight or no?
I mean, ideally, we're going through the second round.
Yeah, but I mean, are
Next
we
week
actually like finishing?
Next week is Sweet 16 to finish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good here.
Yeah.
All right, miscellaneous, and we're about an hour in, so that's a good length show.
Yeah, we're not
Miscellaneous
even at
bracket.
the hour mark. I said it was going to be shorter and sweeter.
Yes. All right.
Speaking of being at the hour mark, you are listening to Point of Viewer here on the W2M network.
We weren't there yet. All right. Miscellaneous bracket. Your first matchup. I'm scared. I'm really scared about this one. Rocky versus Happy Gilmore.
Jackass.
Versus Happy Gilmore?
Mm-hmm.
Jackass. Just in general.
I don't know. I mean, if we're talking about Godfrey's, I was the one who surprised everybody, but since we already have that part covered, I'm not gonna.
I reiterate with my
You
opinions
might
on
do the better Gilbert Gottfried, but you would never, ever do a Gilbert Gottfried impersonation of him saying wet ass pussy.
Don't tempt me.
Happy Gilmore.
Also, Happy Gilmore.
We'll make it a clean sweep.
So sad.
I mean, again, it's one of those to where I would not have been mad either way.
You guys are so hooked on the comedy sports movies.
Well, no, if it was something for me and Rocky had it come down to it, I was initially leaning towards Rocky. But it's like, with something like this in Happy Gilmore, it's another one of those to where if it's on, I'm definitely watching it. Rocky, even with the running the steps, everything in Philadelphia, it's like. Go ahead.
Can I take this opportunity to point out how seriously in nostalgia is right now? You do realize what the pre-ordered DLC was for this year's PGA Tour game, right?
No.
Shooter McGavin.
Yeah, but Rocky has several video games himself. He doesn't need to be DLC.
Yeah, but I mean, and also at the same time, that is something that I'm pretty sure Rattlich
Oh my
is
God.
covered on. What?
Eric, you stopped talking for a second there, but I just realized something. I think we need an Adam Sandler sports movie video game series.
I mean,
got a
Are
lot
you
of them.
saying we need to make a Madden out of Adam Sandler?
I'm saying that we could do like a Adam Sandler at the Olympics with his sports movies almost.
I mean, he's not entirely wrong. Because what I was going to say was, I'm pretty sure Rattlich covered, and if not, then he should, A Long Road to Ruin with the Rocky series. Because I mean, realistically, after Rocky 3, it should have been it.
Yes, but has Rattlich?
Rocky 4 is so good in all the wrong ways. I love Rocky 4 because it's so over the top, and then 5 gets horrible.
I'm not saying Rocky 4 is terrible. It's another one of those movies. Again, I would watch and everything if it's on, but if it never existed, I'd be okay with that.
I agree. All right. Days of Thunder versus Cool Runnings.
Oh, Talladega Nights versus Cool Runnings?
No. Days of Thunder versus Cool Runnings. You misheard me, Harry.
Talladega Nights versus
Cool Runnings.
Talladega Nights.
I'm pretty sure that's what I heard.
Nights.
That's not what's on my bracket. I apologize.
You sure about that?
Are you sure about that? Because
Yeah, I'm very sure. I'm looking at it.
I've got a Gilbert Gottfried impersonation that says otherwise.
Well,
I will move on Days of Thunder if you do another Gilbert Gottfried before you vote.
Cool Runnings. Cool Runnings.
Oh. Yeah, I gotta go with Cool Runnings.
Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. Get up up. It's bobsled time. Cool Runnings.
As a fan of Days of Thunder, I'm not even mad. Cool Runnings is an awesome movie.
Besides, I mean, I'm part Jamaican, so seriously, my distant family would whoop my ass.
All right, I'm gonna let you guys decide.
Now, what was this you were saying about a Gilbert
Days of
Gottfried
Days of
impersonation?
Thunder moves on. I apologize. I just said. All right.
No.
Decide.
You said after I voted. I already voted, so you can shove it up your ass.
For the record, just so everybody knows, this would have been Happy Gilmore versus Talladega Nights in the semifinals of this bracket.
Which would have been
Unfortunately,
epic,
it
because if
did
you
not
ain't
make the cut.
first, you last. Shake and bake.
And it finished
Jackass.
last. All right. Do you want to have the matchup between the two serious movies or the two hockey movies first?
Let's do the two hockey movies first, and we'll close with the serious.
Okay. Hockey movies.
Miracle
Which one's the best
versus
hockey
Mighty
movie?
Ducks.
Yes, Miracle and the Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks for me.
Part of me is still mad about this, by the way.
Is it because of the whole Mighty Ducks slap shot thing still?
Yes, it fucking is.
Well, I encourage you to have a nice tall glass and get the fuck over it. Mighty Ducks over Miracle.
Oh.
I'm there
Mr.
too,
Coach,
Mighty Ducks.
Mr. Coach Carter is telling me to get the fuck over it with Slapshot. Interesting.
Constellation bracket, Coach Carter versus Slapshot. There you go.
Oh, that's just mean.
Done. I'm here for it. Yeah,
Why would
Mighty
you
Ducks.
do that to me? Oh, wait, I've been doing Gilbert Gottfried all night. Why wouldn't you?
All right, is it a clean sweep there, Eric? Or?
Eric
Yes,
makes it a
it's
clean.
sweep.
Miracle is good. Mighty Ducks is iconic.
Yes.
I agree.
Mhm.
And also, that Mighty Ducks Disney show, it's not terrible if you've not seen it yet.
Although I did hear that Emilio Estevez isn't coming, Emilio Estevez isn't coming back for season 2.
Aw, that sucks. He was really good at that. All right, last matchup in round 2. Raging Bull versus The Wrestler.
Boxing
I
versus
gotta
wrestling.
go with I got to go with Raging Bull here.
I like De Niro. Raging Bull is good. The wrestler single-handedly relaunched Mickey Rourke's career and put independent professional wrestling on a mainstream map of the likes of which it had never seen before. Eric, you gotta break this one because I'm taking the wrestler.
Well, I really wish I had a win before you then. I'm sorry. For as good as the wrestler was and for everything that it did for wrestling.
Why would it
you're
be
right.
different? Why would it be different? What did I expect?
I
won't. Harry Broadhurst. Sorry, I have to do this in my announcer's voice. Harry Broadhurst, being the odd man out, will be seen tonight as a W2M Network gimmick exclusive.
You know who won't be seen the rest of this episode? Harry Broadhurst.
Man, Thursday's gonna be
Harry
a hell of a
Broadhurst
show.
will no longer be seen tonight. As we continue with Point of Viewer, already in progress. And now, here is your main disembodied voice of doom, Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh, God.
Relax.
You do it, everyone! I'm Gilbert Gottfried!
Hold on, Randy. I can assure you, he is not going to continue to do a Gilbert Gottfried impression. You're safe from him doing a Gilbert Gottfried impression.
I'm about to burn my headphones.
However, instead, this is what happens when you get the three of us together and you have to decide on this kind of bullshit bracket. And we don't even have any wet-ass pussy to console ourselves in, even if our thumbs were covering it.
So the wrestler moves on.
Yay!
I said you were safe from him doing one. I never said that you were safe from one in general. Let's get that in there.
Technically speaking,
cut it out.
Technically speaking, you didn't cast out yet. That's a disqualification. The wrestler moves on.
What are you talking about?
That is how that works, right?
He did make
Previously
a vote. He
established
did make
rules
his
of the
vote
bracket.
before him.
See, that's why I made my vote first. You even went on your whole little tantrum. That also counts.
Oh,
Right. So next week we're finishing this whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like
Okay.
it, yeah.
yep.
Here are your matchups for next week that we'll run them all the way down. So, a football bracket, you have Waterboy versus Friday Night Lights. Any Given Sunday versus Remember the Titans. Basketball, you get Hoosiers versus Space Jam and Eddie versus Semi.
Okay, so hold on. That right there. Time out. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop for a second, Isabel.
Okay. Yeah.
The football bracket is proof that we aren't going solely for the comedy movies. 3 out of the 4 semifinalists in the football bracket are arguably 3 of the most serious sports movies ever made.
Yeah, but then you have Space Jam, Eddie, and Semi-Pro. And Major League and Rookie of the Year and Happy Gilmore and Cool Runnings and the Mighty Ducks.
Mighty
Look,
Ducks
for me
is
right
serious.
now,
I don't know what
Eddie
you're
is
talking
like.
about.
Look, for me,
It's the most
Eddie
serious
is,
out of the ones I just listed.
Look, for me, Eddie is the replacement for Talladega Nights. Okay, so
It's a weird replacement. So
So we're going to beat that horse into the ground next week. Got it.
Right. All right. And then let's see. Baseball matchups. Major League versus Field of Dreams. Rookie of the Year versus Moneyball. Miscellaneous. You have Happy Gilmore versus Cool Runnings. And Raging Bull versus the Mighty Ducks.
See, we've got a decent split, comedy
There's
versus
one.
serious.
There's one seed left in this bracket, by the way.
Well, in fairness, Rudy should have never been a 1 seed in the first place.
It's not true.
Raging or Bull Durham should have never been a 1 seed in the first place.
That's probably true.
What was the other 1 seed?
Rocky was the 1 seed, and Hoosiers.
Okay, so yeah, I mean Rocky. The argument could be made, but I do think that we had the correct call in that one with advancing Major League over Rocky.
Rocky gets the 1 seed because I'm pretty sure it's still the only sports movie to win Best Picture. Correct?
Might be.
As far as I know, because
Yeah.
I know a
So
bunch
that's
of
why-
others have
that's-
been nominated, but
Yeah, that's why I got the onesie.
All right,
There you go.
All right,
Those are your
Rancid.
final 16.
We'll see you next week for the Sweet 16. Where can people find you?
You can find me at Randy Isbell. You can find me R&R Sports Report. We'll have a local legend in the MMA world on Tuesday as we get closer and closer. By the way, if you hate me, which is totally fine, I like playing the villain. We are 25 page follows away from hitting 600. When we hit 600, we will be putting a poll on our Facebook page, and whoever wins, myself or Robert Hagen, has to do a full training session at this MMA place. So if you want to watch me get my ass kicked, get us 25 more page follows, and then vote for me.
So what you're saying
I'm
is I need to
pushing-
go. What you're saying is I need to go create 25 accounts right now. Gotcha.
Whatever gets us to 600, I don't care.
you heard them, folks. Chiseled Adonis rules apply. Burner counts are entirely irrelevant. Create as many as necessary.
As long as we get to 600, I'm all about the numbers. I got nothing. I've lost my mind today. You guys have killed me. But yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. I'm blanking on his first name. His last name's Arnett. I have it up here. Austin Arnett. He's the son of one of the really big local legends who's been an MMA coach here for years. He had passed away a couple years ago. His son now runs his whole business and has several people that do professional MMA fights. We have a big one coming up here in a couple weeks. So it's very excited to have him on the show and try to figure out
You are very
who
lucky.
is going to get their asses kicked. That's for sure.
You are very lucky that he will never hear this episode and hear you forget his first name.
Or
I've never met the guy. I've never met Austin Arnett. Robert Hagen was the one that set it up. I have my show notes on, but I've never met the
he
guy
may
yet.
never hear it unless, someone who's in the process of posting this episode happens to tag people who are involved and maybe
Again,
puts the links on
even if
other
he knows.
pages.
Never met the guy. It's okay. Actually, I have a question for you guys because we are working through our sports-related draft before I run out of here.
Okay.
Best entrance song for an athlete or team. Where'd you
Enter
go to?
Sandman for Trevor Hoffman.
Trevor Hoffman.
Trevor Hoffman.
Wasn't it? No, Mariano.
Rivera.
Mariano Rivera, good sir.
I thought Hoffman.
We're having a
used Enter
fight
Sandman
right
too.
now. Robert
All right.
Hagen and
Hold
I are
on.
having a fight right now.
Don't tell us. Don't tell us who picked what. Just give us the options and we'll decide it right here on air.
That's where we're at right now. Because we're having an argument. Because my first pick was Mariano Rivera with Enter Sandman.
Okay.
And then he goes Virginia Tech, which is also Enter Sandman. I go, it's the same song. We're not doing best entrance. We're not doing,
See,
best
I think it's
of
a fair.
song.
I disagree.
It's the best song. It's
I
best
side with
entrance
Hagen
music
here.
or song. No, you don't. It's best entrance music or song.
Now,
Which
I
is
side with
Enter
it.
Sandman.
Now, here's the rub. Did you make the caveat beforehand?
That you could not pick the same song.
Well, if he picks the same song, I still win. So you'd both just say Enter Sandman.
No, but it all depends. That one, and I said this, and I've been on your show as a judge. That's a tie. It would come down to the other two.
I've been on the show as a judge twice.
Yeah. But still, so if I like Robert's pick, you guys are cool with me picking the same pick as him?
Different variations of the same pick.
But it's the same song. There's no
Okay,
they don't twist it.
You're
So
not.
it's a-
You're not.
And
considering
Mariano Rivera used it first.
You're not considering atmosphere here. Just
No.
specifically the song itself.
Robert set this up, and on our sheet, it's best entrance, music, or song for an athlete or team. It's the song.
So
Okay.
again,
Yeah. Then.
that's a tie.
Yeah, but under that line of thinking, though, Hagen can't use Enter Sandman
Yeah.
if Randy's
I'm waiting
taking
for
it.
him to change it, and it's the song. I used Mariano Rivera because he was the first one to use Enter Sandman, but
Could have sworn
it's
Hoffman
like-
used Enter Sandman too.
I don't know what Trevor Hoffman used. I haven't went all the way through because I'm still waiting for my pick. But that's like It's like going back through like silliest entrance themes, and somebody uses Ernest the Cat Miller, and somebody says no, Brodus Clay. It's the same damn song.
Somebody call my mama. Somebody
Exactly.
call my mama.
All
Can
right,
I make a
there you go.
suggestion? Can I make a suggestion for you, Randy? For
Yeah.
your next pick? Glass Shatters by Disturbed.
Who uses that?
Steve Austin's entrance song.
Oh, that rock album one.
The Disturbed version of it. Step up
Yeah,
if you're the
I
next one in
remember,
line
okay.
for the kill.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying my
remember
best to
anybody
avoid
uses-
wrestling themes, but we will see where we go.
I'm trying to remember if anybody uses Seeing Red, but I
My
don't think
my
anybody
my
does.
most likely next one, unless Robert steals it, and he's not on, so I don't care. And even if he does steal it, there's lots of others out there, and it kind of did get turned into a wrestling theme, and it worked out beautifully. Seven Nation Army.
Yeah,
For Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee. Actually, when I looked it up to see who uses that song, there's a dart player that uses the song, and like the dart final arena goes absolutely ballistic when he comes out.
it's darts. It's been used in the UK for
Yeah.
football.
It's
You
everywhere.
really can't go wrong with it.
But the crowd goes absolutely ballistic for that song.
May I also suggest You'll Never Walk Alone by Jerry and the Pacemakers.
I don't know who uses that.
Liverpool.
Oh, well, that's why I wouldn't know it. I don't know soccer.
Get the
Again,
fuck off
he's-
the show, Randy.
He's Rancid Randy is the embodiment of Ted Lasso over here. He's admitted
It's
as
true.
much. I mean, I
100%
granted,
true.
I tried to mention certain things whenever he and Robert are on Soccer to the Max, back when we used to do them on a regular basis.
Eric gave me a death glare for a different reason because he's a United fan.
Oh, I didn't give a death glare. I was just shaking my head no.
And also, one last plug. We've been having fun. Are you guys ready for the NFL draft? And being on the show with Robert and I and going through the first round?
I am.
And watching
You
me
realize
lose my mind twice, maybe 3 times?
you realize this is going to be a 4-hour episode when we do that, right?
Yeah, we did it last year.
Not to
Okay.
mention the fact that especially if we mess up on the first pick, which I've been hearing talks of Doug Peterson, and I hope to fuck he's overridden. If that happens, you can forget about any sense of sobriety the rest of the round.
It's going to turn into the kickoff again.
Pretty much, except I'm gonna stay awake through it.
I think it'll be fun. And we all have picks right now in the draft.
Buffalo's
for
at
right
20.
now-
Buffalo's at 25 again.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Buffalo's at 25. Jacksonville is at 1. Jets are at 4 and 10. For now, we'll see if they trade down and or up. The last Mel Kiper mock was really interesting, where he had the Jets trading back up into the first round.
Hagen is Seahawks.
14. Yeah, Baltimore is 14th.
Ravens. Okay.
Yep. So we're all over the map. So it'll work out pretty good.
All right, Rancid.
I'm out.
See you
You guys
next
have fun.
Sunday.
Yes, sir. See you guys.
Ah, now see, that wasn't so bad, now was it?
It's a conspiracy up in this bitch on this tournament. I swear to God.
Again, I don't know what you're talking about. Like some grand thing where all of this is against you.
100. To steal a line from our truth, it is a conspiracy. A C-O-N-spiracy.
I believe the main disembodied voice of Doom. Did he send a little gift for us on the show? Because I see something here that I'm about to queue up.
I somehow doubt it's a gift, but we'll see what he ended up sending.
Well, let's find out, shall we? Since he mentioned it.
Hi, hello, and welcome back to the 1983 National Football League Draft.
And with the first round pick, John Elway, Jim Kelly.
Welcome back to the draft.
And with the first round pick,
Dan Marino and Bruno.
NFL draft. And with the first round pick,
Deion Sanders. I was kind of scared. I thought Detroit was going to take him.
I would ask for so much money that I had to put me on layaway.
Welcome back to the
NFL Draft. Good young players with the draft's all about.
year in and year out. Welcome back to the
Draft. Wide receivers, running back,
tackle.
quarterback. Every year in the draft,
There has been a trade.
Ricky Williams.
John Dolphin on a shady Saturday. Welcome back to the
draft.
defensive line.
Wide receiver, running back.
Tackle. Quarterback.
That's all I'll get into that. Wow.
Prime time looks like you're wearing your signing bonus.
Almost sale.
Welcome back to the
NFL Draft. And with the first round pick, Eric Dickerson, Reggie Bush.
welcome back to the
Draft. And with the third pick, Keyshawn Johnson.
I'll be ready.
And with the first round pick, Randy Moss.
I'm a pig now. I'm a Viking now.
And with the first round pick, what do they take, Mel?
When the hell is
What the hell's Mel Kiper? Who the hell is Mel Kiper?
What do they take, Mel?
My neighbor has more credentials than Mel Kiper, and my neighbor's a postman.
Play this back. Play my ratings back. Ratings if you want.
Well, we've looked at film, and then we've looked at film, and then we've looked at film.
We do have a lot of film.
We've looked at film, and then we've looked at film, and then we've looked at film. As you can see,
We
I've
do
looked
have
at
a lot of film.
Buy me a bus.
Demarcus Russell,
Buy me a bus.
Tim Couch.
Buy me a bus.
Tony Mandarich,
Achilles Smith.
Chris,
Whack.
Peyton Manning.
will develop into the next all-pro player. He's physically tough, mentally tough, the kind of kid that you can trust. They both put their faith in me,
San Diego Chargers.
put their faith in
Brian Lee.
Hello?
It's just the physical emotion of discomfort for the guy. This is human drama now.
Welcome back to the
NFL Draft. And with the first round pick, Mark Sanchez.
Mario Williams. NFL Draft.
And with the first round pick,
Atlanta has selected Brett Favre.
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre. So Atlanta gets a favor by selecting Brett Favre.
welcome back to the
Draft.
Good young players with the draft's all
Did they
about.
seriously fuck up his name when they drafted him?
Yes.
Running back, tackle,
Quarterback.
Wow.
Every year in the draft.
defensive line, wide receiver, running back, tackle,
They went with the
quarterback.
phonetic spelling.
Apparently.
welcome back to the
NFL Draft. And with the first round pick,
All right, I gotta give the main disembodied voice credit. This was an actually very relevant post. Nicely done.
welcome back to the
Draft. And with the first round pick,
Michael Vick. Phillip Rivers.
welcome back to the
Draft.
Eric lost his shit for Tony Mandarich.
welcome back to the
NFL Draft.
I've never seen anything like this.
The
Who in
remark.
the hell is Mel Kiper? My neighbor has more credentials than Mel Kiper, and my neighbor's a postman.
I was hoping that they would have someone like Tony Mandarich when they mentioned the bus because, oh dear God, one of the worst busts of all time.
The one that followed right after was a pretty big bust, especially given the way his career started and the potential that he showed in Achilles Smith.
Ah, yes. I actually had to use him in an argument way back when I was discussing why Tim Tebow would be horseshit, especially here. I remember those days. Achilles Smith's name was the first one out of my mouth and onto that Facebook post. But yeah, and extra points there, especially for them using George Grand, the first ESPN anchor, and for the longest time, somewhat forgotten in their annals.
Notice, folks, he said annals. ANNALS.
I mean, granted, we
Not
could be.
to be confused with anal,
Well, I was going to say. Well,
which is almost as good as some wet ass pussy.
I mean, took the words right out of my mouth. What am I supposed to do?
That's my fault for bringing that on myself.
See, you can't even blame me for that one, can you?
I can, but I'm not going to.
Look, if you set me up for a joke, I'm gonna take it.
And I notice how he's gotten this habit of now going on mute whenever he's done. Is this how it's going to be the rest of the show?
Quite possibly.
So how was your Wawa tonight, Gilbert?
We don't talk about that. Instead, get me a bucket, get me a mop for this wet-ass pussy.
Well, I was going to say maybe he's enjoying himself a piece of cake right now, but
Sadly, there is no cake to be found at this time.
That answers my question. I was wondering why I got the specific death glare earlier in the episode for that one.
Oh, look! The mathematician can do 2 + 2.
Well, look, you're the one who likes your math done for them.
At least I own up to it. Just like I'd like to own up to some wet-ass pussy.
Sorry, Gilbert.
I honestly think even he would be laughing at all of this.
I'm pretty sure he would be commiserating about us jumping the shark at some point.
Not entirely wrong.
Today we are here gathered, brethren, to commiserate us jumping the shark on this horribly played out bit.
Imani Padre. No longer Easter here on the East Coast, so I'm not a terrible person for that.
No. I mean, Eastern time we're covered. Central time we're almost covered. So,
did I end up sending you that picture that I got sent in Messenger, Eric?
I don't think. I'm going to reopen Messenger.
I did send it to you.
Oh, okay.
Do not turn my camera. Whatever you do, do not put me on the screen.
Okay, I'm not going to put you on the screen. Oh, yes, that one. I do remember that one.
I don't think I sent it to Espinosa, but in fairness, I couldn't. He doesn't use Facebook Messenger.
That's why you send it to him on Discord. And if you would love to get in our faces about this bit or any others or future episodes that we have planned, join the W2M Discord. Link will be in the description.
Can you send
And if you would like to send compliments or hate mail about the Gilbert Gottfried impersonation, you can do so by mailing s.gama@gmail.com.
Sorry, Marty Bass.
I don't think he would listen to or watch this show. If, however, you are, Marty, as always, comment on YouTube or elsewhere. Let us know you're still listening. I'd be shocked, but go right ahead. Do it.
Unless you a bitch.
His words, not mine.
At HEB the Eagle, fight me.
Well, I mean, unless, especially the main disembodied voice, if you got anything else to talk about, I honestly think that for some weird reason, it was a quiet enough week. And I don't know how it'll be for next week because there's been some things brewing and we may wake up and choose violence and we'll talk about it. But yeah, other than that, I got nothing.
I got something.
Other than me doing if I may say so, halfway decent Gilbert Gottfried tribute this evening.
No, it was more than half decent.
I don't got nothing. I mean, I could sit here and wax poetic about some wet ass pussy, but you know, I ain't got any cake.
With all due respect, I do think John's is better, however.
Yes, but that man would not. His impersonation may be better, but his spirit of Gilbert Gottfried surely sure as hell isn't.
Okay, I will agree with that, and I would actually probably pay money to hear JTN say wet ass pussy in Gilbert Gottfried's voice.
I mean, if you would like to hear him do that, you can spam him on Twitter at JTN2002.
So I
just possibly a New Yorker, just like Gilbert Gottfried, couldn't do the impersonation and say wet ass pussy.
I will say what happened to one of your other ventures this week, Eric.
Which other venture? I've had a few things going on this week.
That whole Thursday thing that usually happens sometimes.
Well,
So granted, I will admit Thursday night itself was my fault. I take full responsibility for that.
Well, it wasn't necessarily your fault. I was trying not to plan something for Thursday specifically, but it happened on Thursday anyway. And as was posted on the W2M Network community page on YouTube, youtube.com/W2M Network, we've got things going on behind the scenes. And some things are going to be looking a lot better, a whole bunch of other stuff going on. We're sorting some things out. One of those just happened to be on Thursday. And, well, yes, other things took precedence.
Then Friday, actually, no, Thursday was not my fault. Friday was.
Yeah, I was going to say Thursday wasn't your fault. Thursday just happened. Friday was an entirely different story. Not to mention, Friday was a weird day for me. It's been weird adventures in sleep and searching things on the internet. Oddly enough, not related to me or for my needs.
I mean, I can't talk. I slept like 11 hours today, so.
Yeah, I've slept 11 hours in the past couple of days combined. So that's a thing.
All I am going to say is that there are current machinations going on that may cause something along the lines of a fuck yo couch. I said fuck yo couch.
Yeah, yes. That basically yes. Without
You
going into
talk,
detail.
this is I said fuck yo couch, nigga.
See here, it looks like not Harry would be saying something, but he is again muted.
We're going to get Gilbert canceled in the afterlife.
Gilbert is uncancelable, especially now that he's dead.
Well, and not to mention, he already went through his whole cancel moment after the whole Affleck thing leading
Yeah,
up
I
to
was
that.
gonna say Gilbert got canceled before. Look, I can't even speak normally without starting to break into Gilbert Gottfried now. Gilbert got canceled before canceling was even a thing.
Not wrong.
Gilbert is like the king of funny, lowest brow comedy.
If you don't mind, I would like to pay my tribute to him at the end of the episode with the joke that I shared with you guys after we did Lilacs on Tuesday.
Yeah, because I'm at the point I'm getting ready to wrap everything up, sending us home.
That would be a first for you, viewer. You actually wrapping it up.
No, it wouldn't technically be a first. I'm about 57-43-ish. Going through the numbers in my head. Thereabouts. Oh, what was that for? I was counting. Oh, now I'm just getting the weird. Okay.
I'm eating.
See, this is why I was just gonna go ahead, send everybody out, and mention where we're all found and stuff, and let not Harry do his thing, and then off we go. But no.
I don't need to. I already mentioned where to find me, and I don't need to mention it again. This isn't my show.
Well, main disembodied voice of doom.
You can find me here on the network. That's where I'm gonna leave it with things going on the way they are this week. Most importantly, you can also always find me on Twitter at the Andesian. And with this being the Not Safe for Work podcast, you can also find me at NSFW Andesian, where maybe, just maybe if there's enough demand, I will do my own Gilbert Gottfried-esque readings of inappropriate shit.
Undergo his strict and thorough vetting process and sliding in his DMs, and please make those requests so that can happen. You can also go ahead and feel free to make similar requests if you join us on the W2M Discord. We need this to be a thing. You won't want it, but you'll be welcome for it. As far as for me, yeah, I'm here on the network. Here, League to the Max or whatever, Soccer to the Max. Fingers crossed, next week we'll be starting to do our separate episodes as a breakdown of every team in this year's World Cup, starting with Iran. We're going to do a series of Lilacs-esque deep dives, if you will. Also on Lilacs, also without disembodied voice on the Nielsen ratings, BWSR, the Broadhurst Watkins Sports Report.
Sports in black and white.
Thank you. So,
I was going to say, Harry, you're here. I can't do it when you're here.
I was checking my phone. I apologize.
So I'm all around the place, and if you don't find me on Facebook, which I'm gradually using less and less because, less flame wars and more Zuckerberg and tax season being over and everything, Eric Watkins, Guy, Wine, Recliner, you know the drill by now. But if you slide into my DMs on Twitter at Superviewer, undergo strict and thorough vetting process, again, you're welcome. And that will unlock the door to another treasure trove of different social media. Kick, Telegram, Dark Reddit, you name it. Anything pretty much except for Snapchat, because honestly, fuck Snapchat. It's been putting too much of a crimp in my style these past couple of weeks.
All right, real quick, in order to update something that we did on the W2M Facebook page here, we had bad bracket information. So real quick, what do you got for those two series that got rearranged? Nets and Celtics, Bulls and Bucks, not Nets and Bucks, Bulls and Celtics.
Honestly, give me the Nets in 7. Give me the Bucks in 6.
It's literally verbatim what I typed as my predictions in the Discord page.
Especially after seeing the end of Game 1 today in Boston. Something in recent years about Boston and first-round playoff series.
I mean, it worked out well for Tatum to get down the lane like he did.
Yeah, going and making sure he was appropriate social distancing from Kyrie Irving.
Nope.
I was gonna say nothing for that one.
No, because those kind of jokes get us kicked off of YouTube.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
All right.
Look, if Gilbert Gottfried can read wet ass pussy lyrics on YouTube, I don't know, man.
I don't know. You didn't see that episode of Black Irish back in the day, did you?
No, I didn't.
I don't imagine he's especially familiar with Jason.
And mentioning from previous instances and other things going on behind the scenes as well.
Yeah, y'all have to keep me up to date as far as that goes, as to what's going on.
Monday night. That's all I'm saying.
Tune into Leagues to the Max or whatever and get the update.
Potentially, yes.
Yeah, potentially if there's... Put it to you this way. If there's no League to the Max on Monday, you'll know what happened.
Oh, boy. Okay. All right. Are we done here, Mr. Viewer himself?
I'm good. I'm done.
Leave yourself up because I'm not embodying myself for this, but in honor of Gilbert Gottfried, one of his jokes that I heard a few days after his passing that stuck out with me. I told it to the guys when we were off air for Lilags and our Gilbert Gottfried tribute episode that we did on Tuesday, because it wouldn't have been appropriate to do it then. But I feel Gilbert would appreciate if we share it right now. Guy walks into a bar. There's a sign behind the bar that says cheese sandwiches $1.50, hand jobs $10. He looks at the waitress behind the bar and asks her, "Are you the one who gives the hand jobs?" The waitress tells him yes. The guy says, "Well, then wash your fucking hands. I want a cheese sandwich."
Rest in peace, Gilbert. For everybody else, see you next week, and don't be a dick.